Hi everyone, I'm Angela. Welcome and welcome back to Angela's Fashion Mix. I hope you all had a fantastic Sunday and thank you for being here. If you're new, welcome to the channel and I thank you all for taking the time to see what's going on here at Angela's Fashion Mix. It's primarily about fashion, periodically a DIY, sometimes some lifestyle, but mostly we talk about how to enjoy our wardrobes and all those amazing pieces we take time to bring home and put in our wardrobes. So that's what we do here. And in today's video, I'm sharing something that if you look behind me, you probably wonder where will I put another one, but I'm sharing a shoe. And I was contacted by the brand 7 or 9, and they asked if I would make a selection on a shoe and review the shoe. So I have done that. For those of you that do not know, my favorite shoe style is a pump. My favorite color is black, and I have both in one shoe. And this is a suede. We'll be getting a lot of wear out of this toward the end of the year. And the reason I selected this one is one, because it is suede, but also because it has a little bit of a lower heel. And I'm trying to be strategic to some degree in terms of what I'm bringing in terms of heel heights. I'm not going any higher. My max is about 4.5 on a platform, so it feels a little bit higher and looks a little bit higher. But I am trying to bring it down with some selections, so I do have this heel height as a part of my options. So a close up, and you'll see it a little bit better coming. And in the black suede, of course, that would be very versatile. And I have worn these a little bit around the house, and for comfort, they are indeed very comfortable. And I'll talk a little bit about what causes that to be.
709 was founded by two elegant and confident ladies in 2016, and their aim is to make comfort the basic style. They're pursuing a perfect balance between beauty and comfort of high heel shoes. 709 understands the pain point of high heel lovers and crafts shoes that truly cater to those needs. They integrate the comfortable material of sneakers into a high heel. So there's an opportunity to have a very comfortable shoe, as well as they offer over 100 types of shoe ornaments. I selected this particular style. There are lots of others to choose from to complement the suede shoe. And this can be also very versatile. And of course, with heels, you can dress up or dress down, and this will add just a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of extra to your look. The shoes offer air-touched foam technology. The toe cape is embedded with a 3A antibacterial air, cotton, and honeycomb structure, which is breathable. The breathable insole is made of sheepskin, and their recycled high elastic cushion core built into the Blue Dot shock-absorbing shoe core. And there's an anti-slip rubber outsole, making it flexible and anti-slip with a better grip.
So if you decide to purchase, there is a 15% off discount on any purchases site-wide. So take a look. You may like 7 or 9. So I've seen some comments over the past few months about you being glad I'm back, nice to see me again, those kinds of things. It's not that I haven't been here. I'm posting several times a week in the form of a short or in long form content, but it's the YouTube algorithm. And sometimes, and it's not just mine, periodically some videos are just not getting pushed so that they're as visible. So, not something I have any control over. I am definitely here, and I do encourage you to hit the notification bell so you know when I post. So, just wanted to touch on that a little bit and let you know I'm still around, and I thank you all for being here. If you're seeing me consistently, I absolutely love that. So last week I challenged myself to not wear black or black and white as an ensemble, and I succeeded. There were a couple days that I rethought that, but I tried to force myself. And of course, I wear all the colors and I wear what's here. But most of the time, somewhere or another, I'm gonna slide some black or black and white into my clothing for the week. So that was a conscious effort not to bring those two colors into my attire. I did wear shoes, I think, one day that were black, but that was it. And so I succeeded. I was quite happy about that. But for those of you that participated, hopefully you found that there were some things you hadn't seen in a little bit or hadn't worn in a little while. Now, I'm not that person who will get rid of things if I haven't worn it in a year or a year and a half or 6 years. I hold on to some things just because of what the outfit is or what the garment is or the brand or whatever that is that makes me keep it. I have a lot of old things, and sometimes you all ask me where I got a certain piece. It may not be that it's something new. I've had it for several years, so there's no link or anything I can take you to in order to purchase that item, unfortunately. But sometimes the pieces are just, they've been here with me for a very long time. So if they're still serving me well, if they're still in great condition and I still love it, I'm keeping it. That's kind of how that goes here. So I wanted to talk a little bit about coordination. I get comments. I've had some emails about coordinating bags and shoes. Now, there used to be a time when the bag and the shoes needed to match. And if that's still a thing and that's what you do, there's nothing wrong with that. But for the comments that I get with regard to coordination, I want to show you a few examples of why that is and how I get to what you all are commenting on. Typically, I don't match my bag and shoes unless maybe it's black. Sometimes, if it's white, I might do that. But typically, I'm looking for balance head to toe, and how I may create that may not involve a matched bag and shoe. So I typically will try to find a combination that is going to give me maybe some neutrality on the shoe or maybe some neutrality with the bag. So it really depends on the jewelry, it depends on the garments, and it depends on whether or not what I see when I look in the mirror feels good. So that can lead me to maybe having an orange shoe with a camel bag. And as you see here, the camel is playing into the overall outfit, but the shoe is coordinating with the jewelry. But the color of the jewelry and the shoe is also in the outfit. So that created a little bit of balance here. In this next look, I went with gold on the accessories. I feel gold is a neutral and I encourage it with certain colors. Last week or week before last, I had yellow on, and in one of my yellow outfits, I had a gold bag because I didn't have yellow, and I may not have worn it with that. But for me, the gold, because it is yellow, I went with the gold. So I do encourage having gold bags, gold shoes, and in some settings, you can definitely coordinate those two and play them down and mute them against whatever your overall look is. Of course, you got to have a bag, you got to have a shoe, but they don't have to be the standout pieces if you're trying to do that. In this next look with the floral, my shoe was a very, very soft pastel pink, and I went a little bit darker with the little bag. So they're both pink, but they're not matching. They are blending of sorts. And when I try to use the same color, I may not have them as an exact color match, but as long as they blend and don't clash, and that feels good, I'm totally fine with that, and that they don't have to be an exact color match. For this next look with this tangerine color, you can see that the bag is a print, and for the shoe, just pull that one color out of there for the shoe. It becomes less a part of the outfit on the shoe, but more focus is on the bag. The bag was the big thing for that, as well as the cardigan. But with the print, that was more of what I wanted the attention to be on. So I didn't want to have the shoe and the bag competing. For this look with the green bag, now I would not have worn a green shoe with this. The outfit is navy, but I wouldn't have put a green shoe with the green bag, even if it was an exact match. That would not have been comfortable for me. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just for me, that is not something I would have done. The bag was the focal point. I would not have matched this in any shade combination with green to make that work. I would have just definitely did what I did with the gold. And the gold shoe coordinates with, if you can see it, I have on a gold brooch. So there's balance from the top to the bottom. and the green is to stand out against the navy there in the center. So that is another way that I kind of try to coordinate my shoe to my bag. I didn't want, even though you can see it, I didn't want the shoe and the bag to compete. So in this look, I think the bag got the attention on the outfit as a whole. For this next look with the floral dress, I have a bag that's coordinating with the print in the dress. So the shoe was more of a nude. Wanted the bag to be the focal point against the floral. So with it being a solid color bag, pulling that color out of the dress, the bag was noticeable, the shoe is less noticeable, and that's why I went that direction with the bag. So of course I'm going to do some occasions of matching bag to shoe. In this look with the black, there are two focal points. There's the fur bag as well as the dress, which has a sheer sleeve. It has a peplum on the bottom. And so there in the whole context of the outfit was the focal point. So the shoe on black on the bottom created a whole visual of black. So I also had on black and gold in the accessory there at the neck, but what you saw there is all black. That was the goal. And finally, with the red and the white, the print sandal, which has red and white in it, I just simply went with a white bag. For the most part, I'm probably not going to do too much in the way of a white shoe with the white bag. I typically will go with a white sandal. I prefer a white sandal to a white shoe. And with that being said, I had a flashback of a white pump that I had when I was probably 20 years old. That's been a minute. And it lasted me for years. I was absolutely upset when I wore that shoe out. I have not owned a white pump since then, I don't believe. I typically will go with a white sandal. I think that's less noticeable. For the outfit I'm going to put a white shoe with, it's probably going to be a longer style skirt or dress so that I'm not seeing a lot of a white shoe. In the case of a skirt that's shorter, like you see here, I'm going to probably go with a sandal style or something that's not a fully closed in shoe. So that's kind of how I come to what bag goes with what shoe with what outfit. So hopefully that helps. If that gives you some idea of what you're seeing when you're looking at my outfits and how to break those down, that's typically how I get to those selections. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, like, and share the videos. I always appreciate that. And a reminder to do hit that notification bell so that you know when I am on. If you are new, I typically post on Wednesdays and Sundays. And if I don't get it in on Wednesday or Sunday, it will typically go to Thursday or Monday the next day. So that is usually how the plan is working. I thank you all for being here. Have a fantastic start to your week. I will plan to see you in the next video on Wednesday.